Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here today on this manic Monday, in more ways than one, Monday, July 7th, to bring to you. I'm taking one for the team, you guys, okay? I'm going to recap 90 Days Happily Ever After, but I'm bringing back a concept that I did a couple of seasons ago for Happily Ever After. I was doing recaps in 900 seconds. So I'm going to recap this whole 2 hour episode in 900 seconds. So there we go, 90 days in 900 seconds. First off, I would like to thank ICE. Yes, ICE, as in the Immigration Services, for waking me up at the crack of dawn this morning. Yes, they came to my building looking for someone I never heard of. He never lived here. I've lived in this building for over 25 years, and trust me, I know everyone that comes in and out of this building. It's only a four-family house. But Jose Melendez Ortiz, whoever you are, if you happen to be listening to me by the slim chance that you watch 90 Day Fiance, Ice came looking for you this morning, dude. Just saying. But silver lining, I got a lot of things done, and I am bringing to you my 90 days in 900 seconds. So I will be pre-recording these for you guys and uploading them as premieres. So don't worry, you're not missing me live, but try not to miss my 90-day Oy vey lives, because that's where I'll be dropping the tea. So this is just, purely a recap, be taking one for the team for you guys. So let's hop right into this. Siri, set a timer for 900 seconds.
900 seconds, counting down.
So, season 9, episode 1, welcome to the party, pal. So, I'm going to start off with Guillermo and Kara. There wasn't much about them on this episode. Basically, we pick up where we left off on 90 Day Diaries. Kara and Guillermo are not in a good spot in their marriage. Um, Guillermo was taking flying lessons, which is great. Okay, he wants to pursue his dreams of being a pilot, but the problem is he quit his job at a restaurant where they got health benefits. Kara is the moneymaker. She is a real estate agent. And just listening to Kara and Guillermo talk about how their marriage is falling apart, how they're sleeping in separate bedrooms, and it's just falling apart at the edges. I just kept thinking, Kara is pissed off at Guillermo for quitting his job, which I get it. He should have never quit his job. He should have talked to her first be, before deciding to quit his job, because yes, becoming a pilot takes time and money. How is he going to work, go to school, have the money for pilot school, and have money to contribute to their household? Yes, I get it. Kara is the moneymaker. Yes, I get it. But as we will see in future episodes, as they showed in the preview at the end, Kara is also pursuing a dream of hers. She wants to be a sorry, you guys, a Spanish music singer. Okay, so to make a long story short, Kara's out there with her girls and doing girls' nights and stuff, and Guillermo's like, I don't trust her. She's cheated. So, is there more to this? It's only episode 1. We shall see. All I have to say is Nicholas is adorable. Moving on, Darcy and Georgie. You could always count on Darcy for a laugh. Okay, you got to give it to her. You could always count on Darcy for a laugh. It starts off with Georgie taking Darcy to like this carnival thing. They're doing, the haunted house. Darcy is chowing down on this fucking turkey leg or chicken leg or whatever it was. All I know, this is like my nightmare demon right here. She was loving it. He took her to, this little picnic he had set up for them. He wanted to celebrate her 50th birthday. You mean I'm a year older than Darcy? Yeah. So they're celebrating her 50th birthday the day before because, she's going to have this big bash with Stacy, and he just wanted to have some time, just the two of them alone. Can I mention how good Georgie looks since he cut off all that greasy hair and that man bun? Georgie is, he's looking like a snack. Okay. I'm just going to say he is looking like a snack. So they're, at their little picnic. Georgie even had a hard time saying 50th birthday. And Darcy's like, it's a big 5-0. I'm at the prime of my life. And Georgie's like, yeah, you're halfway to 100. And Darcy's like, if I make it to 100, I'm at the prime of my life. So they're going to take a trip to Bulgaria. Okay. And they're going to meet his parents for the very first time. And Georgie tries to gently tell her, okay, my parents are old school. They are meeting you for the very first time. This is the first time that I brought a woman home to meet them. Do me a favor, Darcy. Please cover the boobs. That's all he's asking, is for her to dress modest, okay? Bulgaria used to be a communist country, and they have a really conservative lifestyle. So Darcy going over there showing boobs and skin and being flashy may not go too well over too well with his conservative Bulgarian parents. And yes, I get it. And you want to make a great first impression on your in-laws. They've been married for a year. She's never met them. And I would imagine, I mean, I would want to make a great first impression on my in-laws, and especially if they're conservative, I'm putting the girls away. Okay, I'm wearing a fucking turtleneck if I have to, but the girls are going away. I won't be flashing skin. Okay, the nails are fine because that's Darcy. Maybe just tone down on the jewelry and tone down on the makeup. He's not asking you not to be you, just to tone it down for his conservative parents. And considering, like he said, Bulgaria used to be a communist country. I get it. I get it. But Darcy doesn't get it. Okay. Darcy is like, listen, I've been to Europe many times. Okay. So I know what I'm doing. I know how to dress. I know how to be conservative. And I'm like, are you telling your Bulgarian boyfriend, the European, that you've been to Europe many times and you know what you're doing? Okay, Darcy. Okay. So we see in the preview, for future episodes of the season, that they do go meet his parents. And of course, Darcy's crying in front of his parents. And honestly, his dad is looking at her like, what in the actual fuck? So now we go on to the throuple of this season. So we start off with Elizabeth and Andre. Andre. So we pick up where we left off from 90 Day Diaries. And basically, Andre is forcing Elizabeth to move to Moldova, whether she likes it or not. Elizabeth is having second thoughts about moving to Moldova. So we see them on a pirate ship where he's like, listen, when we move to Moldova, we can see real pirates over in the next country. And Elizabeth's like, oh, Andre. So then we move on to Jovi and Yara. Yara wants to start a dog luxury accessory business, but at the time they didn't have a dog. Okay, now they have a dog named Mila, so I guess that'll work for them. And now to the last third of this throuple for this season, we have Alex and Lauren. Okay, and basically the storyline is Lauren got new braces. So they're doing a barbecue. Okay, here we are, the throuple for this season. Lauren and Alex are throwing a barbecue, and Jovi and Yara, who just newly moved to Miami, and Andre and Elizabeth are coming over. Okay, Elizabeth and Lauren are really, really good friends. They're like BFFs. Okay, so Elizabeth has previously confided into Lauren about Andre wanting her to move to Moldova and her second thoughts. And, the women are having this conversation. Lauren's best friend, Noga, is also there. And we're going to get into Noga in a second because she plays a big part in this. So the women are all talking about Andre and how he is practically twisting Elizabeth's arm to move to Moldova. And Elizabeth's like, well, I don't know because I don't know about how, things are in Moldova. The country is so corrupt. And Yara said something that right on the nail. She hit that shit on the nail. She was like, America's not corrupt. Damn right, Yara. You tell her, okay? I correct up when she said that. So outside, the men are also talking about it, and Andre tells Jovi and Alex that he is going to give Elizabeth an ultimatum: either move to Moldova or they're going their separate ways. Lauren is all like, who the fuck does he think he is? Ugh. So they're sitting down at dinner, okay? And this shit turns into a fucking shit show. Lauren turned into Megan, Jessica's friend, the way that she was screaming at Andre and defending Elizabeth, saying, she doesn't really want to move. And you said you were going to give her an ultimatum. And Andre said, no, I never said ultimatum. And Alex pipes up and said, oh, yes, you did, buddy. You said the word ultimatum. You actually used the word ultimatum. I'm like, Alex. So Lauren is screaming at him at the top of her lungs. Yara is just sitting there watching this, highly amused, okay, cracking the fuck up. She's like, what the fuck? I am with you, Yara. Okay, girl, because that whole argument, I was like, what the fuck? Now, this is Lauren's BFF Noga. She has been staring at Andre during this whole dinner, giving him the death stare. And she couldn't take it anymore. She finally exploded at the end, called him an asshole, said he doesn't deserve a visa, went stomping out of the room, slamming the screen door. Andre's like, bye, bitch. Lauren is like, ugh. Andre's like, bye, bitch. And she was just flipping out. Noka was like, he is disgusting. The way that he talks to women and the way that he treats women, he is disgusting. This is going to be very interesting, maybe not. We shall see. So now finally, we have Gino and Jasmine separately. Gino is going to Vegas to hang out with Natalie, someone that he met on the interwebs after him and Jasmine broke up because basically Jasmine broke the rules to the open marriage. So now Gino is deciding to explore his side of the open marriage. Gino says that, there was very clear rules as we learned from last resort. She was to see him 2 hours, two times a week for 2 hours, safe sex, no emotional connection. Well, she just, according to her, one day she had her 2 hours with Matt, and then she went to the gym, and Gino took it as she spent all 7 hours having sex with Matt and threw her out. Okay, we're gonna get more into Jasmine being thrown out on my Oy Vey tonight. So make sure you have your notifications on. So Jazzy is a big liar. And she said that Matt has never been in a relationship. Okay, he's never been in a relationship. First of all, that would be a red flag to me. But secondly, that's a big fat lie. He was in a long term relationship for 10 years. He was actually engaged at one point. Matt, he doesn't even look happy. Mevo Natalie, she looks actually happy to be at this ice bar place where they went out on their date. Not only did she suck vodka from a boob, she was licking ice sculptures and turning Gino on, making him feel all hot in this ice bar. So I say, go, Natalie, go. So the two of them got cuddly. They kissed, but you know something? Gino has not told her that he's still married, which is fucked up. And she's going to find out. So we'll see what her reaction is to that. But they had a nice date. Okay. They had a really nice date. And Gino looked happy. I don't understand why he didn't take his hat off. Okay. He was, he had the hood on with the hat, only Gino. But hey, the date went well. Meanwhile, if you wonder what Jazzy was doing, there's some product placement here. Do you notice what was on the counter? Her protein powder. And she was crying over Gino. She was crying to her roommate. This is what she calls Matt. Her roommate that she occasionally have sex with, about her husband who drew her out. And Matt is just looking at her like, what the fuck? But it's episode 1, and Jasmine is crying again, okay, about how much she loves Gino and why did Gino throw her out and blah, 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 blah. So that's episode 1. And what we have to look forward to is things like Darcy, like this on the bed, making grunting noises while Georgie is listening, going, oh my goodness, is she okay? Darcy jumping on him and saying, take me to the shower. We didn't see Adnan or Tiger Silly this episode, thank goodness, but they will be back next episode where he basically calls her a demon because she won't convert to Islam and she's pregnant with his baby. Yeah, that goes on really well, Adnan, okay? And Julia and Brandon were not on this episode, but they will be on next episode where Julia goes to the doctor to figure out to get her second opinion, and Betty is trying to control her. Betty says, your biological clock is ticking. And she says, Betty is trying to control me. Respectfully, fuck you, Betty. So let's see if her and Betty clash because that would be amusing to me. Okay. So that's basically it for now, you guys. My thoughts on this first episode. I'm with Yara. Thank you so much for watching me. I told you I was going to take one for the team for all of you, and I'm going to try to bust it out in 900 seconds. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, double check that you are subscribed, share with a friend or 10. I'm selling merchandise, by the way, you guys. I have a whole Kiki and Kibitz shop. Please check it out. It is down in my description box next to the like and comment. There should be a little button that says shop. You could check out the merch that I'm selling. And please consider joining my membership. Thank you so much. See you next time.